What is up, YouTube family? It is me, Peyton from Judgment Day Fitness, coming to you live from my bedroom. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for almost 500 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. 488 last time I checked. If we could get it past 500, wait, far beyond that, like maybe to 1 million, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to stop you guys. But anyways, this video today is going to be a little different. Normally I give out educational videos geared towards fitness, or more recently, because of my testicular cancer, my videos have been about testicular cancer. And I'll be doing a few more until my recovery is complete. I'm pretty sure I should get the results on if I'm cancer-free or if it's spread a little bit. I should get those results on June 19th, and this is 2017 if you're viewing this in like 2020 or something, June 19th, 2017, I should find out. I will announce it to you guys if I get conclusive results and let you guys know what's going to happen from there. My recovery is almost over as well, so I'll be getting back to those fitness videos soon. Today is very different though, because I found something on Instagram and man, I'm pretty sure what's going on there is illegal, but I want to get you guys' opinions on it. I didn't want to report it to anybody because I don't want much to do with this beyond exposing them, because this is pretty sick and twisted if you ask me. And so without further ado, let me know what you guys think about the video. Swoleincmodels, I'm sorry, but you guys are exposed. Have a great day, everybody. Alright guys, let's get to this. Many of us know about how bodybuilders sometimes, to pay for everything that goes into being a bodybuilder, they accept private sponsorships because it's hard to make a living off of bodybuilding only. And even if you have a career, it's still expensive to be a bodybuilder. Now with a private sponsorship, you get on camera or maybe like in a private room or something and do some stuff so the sponsor can get off behind the camera. So this is basically being a stripper, or like those cam girls that do stuff for money. And I'm not here to judge, and this video isn't about the bodybuilders that do that. I could care less, and if you want to say I'm not gay but 20 bucks is 20 bucks, then again, I could care less. The purpose of this video is to talk about something a little disturbing and probably illegal. So what I found was a page on Instagram called Swoleincmodels. They have over 300 quote-unquote models, which not many of these kids actually model for anyone, and it looks like a shout-out page when you look at the posts and see the kids on here. But here's the thing. These kids under 18 and over 18, but we're talking about the under 18 ones here, they're taking private sponsorships. So what happens with that is these kids go into Periscope, which is a live stream media. They go on there and they take their shirts off and they start flexing for the camera until someone offers them a private sponsorship for however much money. So they do these private shows for 60 to 100 bucks for 10 minutes or whatever the deal is. And these quote-unquote models on here range from age 14, yes, I found 14, and that's the youngest so far, 14 to 24 as far as I've seen. So if you haven't figured it out already, my issue with the page is that this guy behind managing the page is using young bodybuilders as young as 14 to help someone whack off behind a camera, behind a computer screen actually. Now I don't see a problem with the kids on here that are over 18 and doing it, but seriously, half of these kids are under 18. Now how do I know all this? The guy offered me a position as a model on here, and until I took a FaceTime call, I had no idea exactly what the page was about because I didn't really look into it that much. He calls these private shows flex shows for someone to get off to. I guess it's just a better name for it. Makes it sound better. Now I did act interested because I took up a lot of his time in the call, and I didn't want to say, sorry, I wasted your time, so I acted interested and played it off the next day. But he gets 1/4 of the money you make, and by shouting you out on the homepage, he gets you a lot of followers and possibly some actual commercial sponsorships. So it's a good offer, I admit, but gay for pay isn't my thing, and it certainly isn't something a minor should be doing if you ask me. When I talked to him, he said you get down to your underwear and you flex for whoever's on the other end of the camera, so you don't have to be 100% naked, but how do we know what happens in a private show? For these kids that are willing, or that are under 18 and they're willing to strip down for however much money, how do we know they aren't willing to go a little bit further for a little bit more? And if they are, that's child pornography. And I'm pretty sure some of these private shows are recorded whether they like it or not, and that's potential for distribution of child pornography. Now let's get straight on my next issue I have with this. The guy, and I'm not going to say his name because that could cause some legal issues somehow. We're going to say his name is John. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for a news article from Maryland about this guy when he was a teacher at a school. To summarize, he got away with some very inappropriate behavior with young boys at an elementary school. He was fired after 17 years of endless warnings, reprimands, and investigations. He went from school to school, and no one knows about his past because schools didn't share disciplinary records back then. So I'm going to read this section of the article right here to you, and I would heavily encourage you to go read the full story, but here's the important part right here. Reported contacts included inappropriate touching, having boys who are at an elementary school age, just to remind you, sit on his lap, wrestling, and I don't know if that's with him or wrestling each other. And you're not going to believe this, inviting boys to an after-school strong boys club where students said they were encouraged to take off their shirts. Well, that sounds pretty inappropriate to say the least. So if you're wondering where he got the idea for Swoleincmodels page, I think I found it. Swoleincmodels is basically Strong Boys Club 2.0, and it's pretty sick if you ask me. If the Kai Green grapefruit incident taught us anything, it's that once it's on the internet, it's out there forever. So these kids, most of them live with their parents, by the way, so I doubt they actually really need the money desperately. But anyways, most of these kids will have videos of them stripping down out there forever. A few years down the line, this could really embarrass them if they try to do something important, or let's say they become famous, or videos of them doing their private shows get leaked. Can you imagine what will happen? Well, here's another thought, child predators. And I'm betting that some days, if this continues, one of these kids is going to meet one of their private sponsors in real life, and who knows what's going to happen after that. They're probably going to end up on the news, and not for good reasons. Now that's all I have for this video. I'm going to look for some other pages like this, and maybe I'll make a part 2 depending on what happens with this video. I don't know how you guys are going to react to it. Let's be clear though, I don't have a problem with the fact that there's people out there stripping down for money with someone up there pimping them out. If you want to do that, then heck, I'll leave you a link to the page in the description below, and you can do whatever you want to do with that. You guys should check it out anyways, just to verify what I'm saying. But when there are kids under 18 stripping down for God knows who and doing God knows what in these private shows, I see something wrong with that. Your little brother, your son, your friend's kid, whoever could end up on this page, and I'm sure you don't want them to. I don't want anything to do with this. I just wanted to show you this and get your opinions on it, and I just want to know. I just want you to know that there are things like this going out there in the bodybuilding community for adults and minors, and the right people, FBI, need to know about this and shut it down. I don't know if any of this is illegal. I didn't have much time to do a lot of research. I was going to talk to a cybersecurity guy, but I didn't get to call him in time. I haven't done much research on this, but if it isn't, it definitely should be. So if this isn't illegal, it definitely should be. That has to be exploitation of children or child pornography, and I'm shocked that this hasn't been shut down yet. So to the quote-unquote models of the page, open your eyes up because you're being pimped out, and the money is great right now, I'm sure, so I can't blame you for doing this. But a lot of bad things can come from this, and your luck will run out eventually. And to the man behind the page, it was nice speaking with you. You're a great salesman. You could sell house insurance to a homeless person probably, but I don't see anything right with renting or pimping out these kids to strangers, and especially when they're as young as 14. So strangers can have something to get off to. I apologize that I might be putting you out of a job here, but this needs to be shut down. So everybody, this is Peyton from Judgment Day Fitness signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, give away 1,000 followers. Peace out, and
I want you to chill.